What's up, good people? Today I am starting the first episode of the last season of The Wire. That sounds crazy to say. It felt like I've been watching this show forever, but I've enjoyed each and every single episode. All of you that have been here the whole time watching with me, you know I absolutely love this show. It's a real depiction of society, it's critique of it, and it's very funny too if you think about it. The Wire got a lot of humor. But yeah, let's start this final season. I appreciate you, all of you who have been with me this whole time. All of you who have watched for a whole season now and still not subscribed. Trash. I'll play it. Love all of you. Let's check out episode 1 of The Wire. What to expect?
This remaining silent shit ain't nothing like they make it out to be.
Chris?
When you ain't been seen running from the deed, putting you in.
That gotta be Chris or Snoop. Nope.
We even went to Mickey D's for him because he was so helpful. Fries, McDonald land cookies, Dr. Pepper. That's how your boy rolled.
Break room. So you can enjoy that, huh?
Why now, what the
They played him. That's a good tactic.
So can feel my heartbeat?
Pulse, yeah.
If Marnell say I had the gun, he lying.
The machine tells the tale, son.
We ready, Professor?
Professor John Cena.
In fact, Deshaun Fredericks.
Yeah?
They're using a scanner, bro. They didn't even bring a lie detector to use as fake props. A whole scanner, bro. Ay, ay, ay. That man say Americans were stupid at large. Now, I love when the cops are using things like this to get out information from someone who's actually guilty. But when they use methods like this to forcefully like persuade someone to say something, then it's like, what the hell, you know, just like they did the Central Park 5. It's a scanner, man.
1200 block of Woodyer Street in West Baltimore.
Yeah.
John Cena got the glasses on.
Boy Pookie down on Carey Street just like Monell said you did.
Nah, no.
Lie. Lying mother.
Mm.
The machine is never wrong, son.
Man.
Bigger the lie, the more they believe.
Oh, we just heard that from Bunk.
We got one coming in, unidentified number 1 male.
Yeah, more face-to-face.
Marlo, it's so crazy. We about to see who's gonna replace Chris and Snoop, because they got them last episode. Hopefully the next henchmen are not as brutal, because Chris and Snoop, Jesus.
Look, man, if I'm gonna take your package, split need be fair. I mean, I gotta pay all my people the same, and then you upping the price on them.
Split a 60-40.
I know this dude. Isn't he a comedian? I know him. I think I've seen some of his videos on Instagram.
We gonna be brief with all you mother. I think you know.
Didn't they take them in?
Just sit the down. I'm not gonna stand up here and pretend to be insulted because you all are pretending to respect the rank. Career, would I be in the Western and command of you useless humps?
Get him.
We're still authorizing overtime and the state's attorneys are still signing court slips.
You ain't paying us. The union says we're going down to the NLRB and deal with this shit.
Word coming down is that when the city's budget situation is improved...
65 hours of worthless paper.
Officer Brown, sit your... Sit!
Damn. I get the frustration though. Budget is everybody.
But it won't stay bad forever. We wait this out like professionals.
Look at him go.
Bothers you, clean them up. You, son. You right back. That thing was all. I got it for midnight. You ask anyone. Well, did you clean it, or you get the midnight shift to clean it? You're the one whining like a little. Bobby. That's my car.
These guys haven't had an honest paycheck in weeks.
Here we go.
Wow, so Chris and Snoop are out. I mean, when they took them in, they just took their blood samples. We're investigating DNA from the crime site, from the vacants. So I thought it was a wrap for them, but no. And there's Michael right behind him. And HBO, why are you giving me this ass quality right now?
Up on Rice's town with Chris.
Marlowe's on the move.
You know where he's going.
Well,
And for as long as we can get away with it, we're deferring all overtime and court pay.
How's crime? How are your stats? We'll pay it as we can. And the pay raises I promised, they're still coming, just a year late.
We've been running a prolonged investigation.
of course.
You're saying you want us to come down on a case in which 22 people were murdered and left to rot in City House?
Right. Come on, man.
Murders.
Last year, temporarily suspend the investigation pending new developments.
Psst, everything is
Anything else?
You need to throw our people a bone. You could lose them for good.
damn.
Hold the line now.
I wouldn't want that job. Hell no. Not in the state it's in.
Taking our shit 60-40. Yeah, hard at all.
Smart people can stand down there, right?
Definitely, definitely. All right. Today they got the white boy with the black hair up on the roof in Booker T. Washington.
I'm like, you know, these are some of the thoughts that just fly through my mind while we're watching. And I mean, I don't say everything because video will be done there 4 hours long. But I'm like, there's no way dudes are not like at least a little bit cautious and know that like they're being watched and followed. I mean, last season they effed Herc over with the whole camera down there making movies for him with birds. So they alert. Like you see a big red van like following you all around town. It's like the dude on the bike, he just took them around town for like 30 whole minutes. So I'm not surprised that the show's confirming that, yeah, they know that they're being tailed.
We've been on this guy for months, man. He doesn't slip.
And no one's kicking out OT.
Right.
Yeah. We're done.
How we do?
Can't say for sure.
They won't tell him. They don't respect Dookie.
Go home, man. Bug will be out of school pretty soon.
That's why you ain't tell Duke.
Right.
With Duke? I ain't nobody, man. He just might that's all.
They're gonna get lazy, fall into a pattern. They all do over time.
Someone say overtime?
Seriously, we did 14 hours today. We're only gonna get paid for 8.
Cases gotta go green before they go black.
Lieutenant, you get any word from downtown on when they're gonna start paying out the OT again? On double shift on these surveillances.
They haven't told me anything. Guess I ain't in the loop.
We have to shut it down.
Mayor's made a few commitments to me personally.
If you want to call in a marker on behalf of this department, feel free.
And while you're at it, see if you can get your take-home car back.
Losing all the privileges. Oh, he's grown up.
Okay. Little man bringing it.
So who's gonna watch your corner in the morning?
Thought I might promote Spider. See how you doing for a week or so.
So I'd be like a nanny and shit?
Do what you wanna, yo. Before you get home, time is your own. Oh, snap.
Dookie, man.
I was happy in patrol. I was fine. Boy. Oh, I was happy.
McNulty is drinking again? Okay.
They left me up and running when Marla was on them cell phones. I'd have had them a year ago.
See? But they can't do the right thing. It ain't in them.
Requisition a new digital camera.
They want to do it on the cheap.
Come here, you virile beast.
Come on, boy. Let me drink you.
What?
Everything.
I heard layoffs as bad as in Philly.
Bullshit. They're not going to lay off. They'll offer buyouts first.
I want to find out what it feels like to work for a real newspaper.
What? I've got calls up. You start writing now, and I'm not here 10 o'clock tonight. Reworking your lead. Reworking.
Oh, He's in the new Daredevil show, Born Again. He's playing I think a detective or a cop. Cause I was watching a breakdown. They were like, he had a role on the final season of The Wire. I'm like, I know this man. That's what's up. So here he's a journalist.
What? I've got calls out.
You start writing now, and I'm not here 10 o'clock tonight. We working your lead. Ain't matter for the council meeting?
Yeah.
All right, people, it's 2 o'clock. I need budget lines in case anybody's threatening to commit an act of daily journalism.
What the supposed to do for Centerpiece Art? Great, wonderful. Hey, Swag, it's me again. If something's on fire over in East Baltimore, surprise me with a nice, pretty picture, huh?
The FBI and the U.S. Attorney's Office are not here to do the job that your police department can't. Don't blame us for your ineffectiveness.
Baltimore is knee-deep in blood, and unless this guy can hang a Democratic legislator, he couldn't give a damn.
And to protect that legislator, who happens to be one of the most corrupt extortion artists in the state.
Do you think I give a shit about Clay Davis? I am not protecting him.
And give him up.
It's Bond's call. Talk to him.
I have.
And he told your Republican to go f himself, huh? Well, let me double down on that.
Damn. Not playing ball.
That go well?
You know why he wants the Clay Davis investigation so bad? So he can stomp all over the Democratic Party and help give his Republican golf buddy another 4 years in the governor's mansion.
So Bond's keeping the case local to help the party, huh?
No.
Clay might take half the Royce administration with him.
You included, maybe.
That's on them.
Corchetti, man. Corchetti is not trying to play any of the politics game. Which is so sad because, well, not sad, but what I'm trying to say is no matter how straight you want to be, they make you want to bend. No matter how straight you want to be. And I think, I don't know if you guys see it or not, but I feel like somehow it correlates with like Michael's story. Because like Michael tried to be straight for so long throughout last season. But one thing or the other, like different attempts trying to bend him, but he stood straight until, you know, his little brother was in the line of fire, then he had to make a deal with the devil, you know? So I feel something similar with Corchetti, where like he's between a rock and a hard place. It's like the first time that 50 million, they needed that funding, but he didn't want to kiss ass and do all the political games. And now they obviously need FBI help, but he don't want to play into their, you know, agenda of crucifying Clay Davis for their benefit to get the help. So it's like a rock on a hard place. What he wants versus his integrity.
I'm just glad that Marlo has a hobby.
Nah, that's work.
Take up to a room. You know, let her hit the mini ball, watch TV. When she settle, go take care of the other thing.
I'm like, he's not sloppy like that.
With John Hopkins buying up everything north of Monument Street and tearing the shit down, I think we all see the writing on the wall in East Baltimore.
Yo, going across the line to Baltimore County.
Shaq.
Pretty soon, East Baltimore gonna be in Essex.
Yeah, there's a market already along Route 40 and down at Tenor Station.
And new territory go to who claim it.
I am East Side, for the most part. But I'm talking about Hungry Man and Parker and Ghost. You know, others beside myself.
Let a fresh face get a shot at it.
I no disrespect, son, but I delegate to my lieutenants is not a co-op concern.
Yeah, but how Slim feel about that, though?
Ooh. Marlo, man. Marlo, he's too smooth with it. He can't keep getting away with this. Yeah. See how you feel, Tom, man? Yeah, Marlo is... You're wrong for that, man. What's his goal here, man? Like, he's just trying to sow seeds of rebellion or what? Like, yeah, why don't you give your man a territory. Like put a fresh face on it. And Prop Joe is right. Like the co-op don't decide how I run my thing. So like mind your business. But nah, he doubled down. It's gonna get hot in here.
I delegate to my lieutenants is not a co-op concern.
Yeah, but how Slim feel about that, though? How you feel, tall man? Really pioneer out there for us?
Nah, I'm good where I am.
What's the percentage breakdown
Don't
of the new
sleep on
territory
Marlo.
anyway?
There's some shit here.
Man, I'm using prime real estate.
Slim is a real one, though. Slim is a real one. But hey, it was worth asking, though. You know, at least for us, the viewers, Slim's response shows he's 10 toes down. You know, it shows where his head is at. Obviously, it's a long season; things might change, but I think for us, the viewers, it just shows that yeah, he's good. And the way Marlo was smiling too, like you evil bastard.
Years to build up in court.
Jeez. Oh, Bubs, how you doing, man? I didn't think Bubs was gonna last this long in this show, sadly. But I love that he's still here.
I'm going to work. You know I got night shift all this week. You don't stay here when I'm not around. That's our rule.
But you can keep the door locked, right? I'm down here.
My rules.
That's fair, man. That's fair.
Why didn't we have that? If it's a trial balloon.
We've been without a transpo reporter since the last round of buyouts, so...
We should still pick that up.
Probably so, but...
Just because Chicago does a little belt tightening, there's no reason for us to fall down. Whatever cutbacks there are shouldn't affect our ability to put out an excellent product.
Though not a transport reporter.
What's a transpo reporter?
At the Metro meeting today?
What do you know? Why don't we hold on the DSEG story until we can assign someone to do some more reporting, get a real sense of how UM is perceived by minorities.
Let's firm things up. Take a look at where we stand an hour from now.
You know what a healthy newsroom is? It's a magical place where people argue about everything all the time.
Dean Martin?
Yeah, a little poke.
Thank you.
What is he up to? Some of the Greeks? That could be your new dance partner like Stringer Bell. Sergey.
Well, I know that wasn't no court date. You already got the gun charge postponed twice. So what the f is that about?
Remember that Russian we locked up for murder? One in the port case years back?
I didn't work that case with you, man.
Yeah, and I might actually believe you if it wasn't Carlisle who took the shot. The way I believe in this picture. Print me something else. See that cheap motherfucker now with his harem of dolls pouring lighter fluid on each one? This property on Baltimore Street is a titty bar the city wants for the Howard Street Enterprise Zone. But this other property they want to trade with him?
This is a drug dealer they're trading properties with.
Yeah, he's got a record as long as your arm. A couple of convictions, too. Go, get some good quote.
Just like Stringer.
You tell them, until we get a comment, we're going to put Ricky's picture on the front page every day.
Who is he?
He's a drug dealer. But from the look of this, he's run some sort of game at City Hall. At the morgue files. Write the A matter on Ricardo's history.
Wait, she goes to strip clubs and I'm pulling clips in the morgue?
I was just gonna say, homie probably wanted that one.
That kills Clay Davis for me. And we're about to go to grand jury on it.
Same unit as doing Clay?
I need some profile for my shop.
How much of that unit you need to bring the case in?
Couple detectives.
I'll tell Rawls you can keep 2 men for Clay. The rest of it is shut down until we're able to dig out, okay?
So one thieving politician trumps 22 dead bodies. Good to know.
He took that one personally.
He sells his existing location to the city for $1.2 million. And they sell him a better piece of real estate to relocate his club 5 blocks west for $200,000. He clears $1 million for laying in the cut.
What's a quid pro quo?
We're going through donors in Neresa's campaign committee as we speak.
The guy they're talking about, have we seen him before? Or is this a new character?
Actually, Jeff Price found it hidden in the zoning bills, the bottom of the council agenda. He caught it late, but he caught it.
It's for you, line 2, and he's got Nerese with him.
Oh, shit, here it comes. Well, do you think you might have made it clear to the council that Mr. Hendricks donated $60,000 to your campaign committee?
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Where I live, 60,000 buys a lot of goodwill. Hey, Jeff, is that you? I'm putting you on a hold for spry. Shame we couldn't use what you just gave us.
Right.
There's at least $20,000 in contributions we haven't found yet. Nerissa Alba confirmed it.
Journalist with a backbone. McNulty. What happened to wife and kids?
We're going late tonight. I'm not. I swear when I'm tired.
Wow. With a straight face. He look clean though.
Bugs, yo. Huh?
A lot of temptation in them streets, man. McNulty, man. Got a whole life at home, man. A good one too. I mean, she knows. She's not stupid.
Look, promises were made to me as well. I was told a new day was coming.
Well, where are we going then?
You and McNulty are back to the homicide rotation. Dozen is temporarily assigned to tactical. You're going to fill a vacancy in the northern 4 to 12 shift. Freeman, Sidner, you two are assigned to the state's attorney's office to help grand jury the Clay Davis thing. When the money starts to flow, get you all back on this somehow. Sorry.
Wonder what it feels like to work in a real police department.
I'm proud of you, man. I'm proud of you. Oh, yo, that's who you're working for?
I should have never left the Bronx.
You see this?
What?
One of our clients on the front page.
Represent Tiger Woods? I'm a martyr is what I am.
You a prominent defense investigator let these other guys buy a round of drinks ever? It's time you learned a little something about the expense account.
That's my desk.
The say?
Why they gotta do a brother like that, man? Has McNulty ever served homicide? Oh yeah, that's where he started, right? Pilot. Few stands out of the episode. Marlo got very spicy at that co-op meeting. Slim Chow's real one. I know Marlo doesn't know that he upped their stuff 30 when Omar told him 20. I hope he finds out. Well, would it even matter at this point? Everything with Michael and Dookie, it's so interesting seeing that at home they still have their cheerful, like, loving home life, but outside it's like a whole different thing. I hope the one that lives with Michael and his little brother, I hope he somewhere in this season meets Prez Belowski again, because I think after they separated last season, Prez had that worried look on his face. You know what I'm saying? I hope we see some of the other kids. And I like that this season is like focusing on a different sector, kind of like journalism, because just from this episode alone, I've already learned so much about like news and paper and how the newsroom works and how everyone go out to like fetch stories and they have to make sure everything is right. Because like the way this show has analyzed and critiqued politics, educational system, finance, obviously drug war, the street stuff, and now we're seeing journalism, which is like this dude, the moment he got off the phone with Miss President, I was like, wow, like journalist with backbone. You know what I'm saying? I know he's gonna be a thorn on a lot of people's backs this season for sure, and I look forward to that. He's such a good actor with it too, man. Bubs, man, I hope we don't have a repeat of Bubs season. Was it season 1 that Kima got shot, or season 2? No, it's season 1. Season 2 was the docs. I hope we don't get a repeat of that where like he was getting healthy and far along on his abstinence journey, and the next day that chemo was gonna give him some money to, you know, help him maintain. That was the night she got shot, and you know, the news and everything took him back. So I hope we don't get a repeat for that, man. I want Bobs to have a happy ending, man. I'm biased like that. I just love him so much. That's episode 1 of season 5. Yeah, I'll check out episode 2 as well.
A few moments later.
All right, episode 2.
Gave myself all these little rules about what I wouldn't do. Like I told myself I'd do a lot of shit to get high. But I swore I wouldn't never trick. And I'm never gonna go with more than one guy at the same time. And say there are certain things I told myself I wouldn't never do. Whatever it is you tell yourself you won't do to get high. Even on my way here today, she was telling me not to come. She was telling me that I was all right on the street, that it was all good. I want to thank you all for letting me share.
Good job.
Always lift us. Anybody else feel like sharing?
Bubbles.
How about you, Bubs? Hadn't heard from you in a while.
Who I am?
Hey, Bub.
Bubs. Bubbles.
What's up, Bubbles?
I'm a grateful addict. Been clean 15 months Thursday.
Wow. Since it happened.
I used to get so high, you know? I used to love to be high. Kind of realize people treat me like a lamppost. They hanging flyers on me and shit. Be a scarecrow. Got to the point. You know, I'm not in the right place to talk about this right now.
Is there anybody else with a burning desire to share?
Good job, Bobs. Good job. You tried. Ooh! Hey, this new intro is a banger, but I gotta skip. I need to go take a nap after this. Down in the hole.
Aims to be raising money for some basketball program or daycare center.
Yeah, and the money comes in and the money goes out. No hoops, no daycare.
Okay, so say we get Clay Davis, and say he flips.
Well, then he takes us up the ladder.
To who?
You'd rather sit in a surveillance van days on end waiting to catch Tater handing Pee-wee a vial? This, detective, is what you're telling me? A case like this here, where you show how the money routes itself.
Follow the money.
All of us vested, all of us complicit.
I wonder what Marlo was up to, right?
Nothing. No cars, no vans, no helicopters. Monk, he checked after the re-up, no problem.
Walled down. What about cameras?
Nothing since the camera we took out the wall back at the place.
Right.
Man, she ain't had no work in a few months. She's somewhat eager.
God. Gave him a chance to get on her tit. He passed. Now we bang on his corners a couple of times till he fold.
Now you talk.
Yeah. Next, we stepped the Junebug for talking that shit.
I'm hearing somewhere south.
Bring his ass back out of retirement. Yeah.
All right. We can step that shit up. That beat.
You know, the crown ain't worth much if the wearing it or is getting his shit took. And Joe to know that.
I'm there anytime you want. No problem. That's the dude right there.
Sergey.
Time for you to earn your pick.
Funny how you started out.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Dope fading lane and all. Why do you keep going? You hear a lot of funny shit in these rooms. But in between all the jokes, there's a lot of truth to be spoke. That girl today, she damn near bled out, didn't she? Second there, I thought you might actually stand up and talk about charade. A fearless moral inventory. That's the step.
Now, don't tell me about that. I live with that every day, man.
Sponsor, and I'm telling you, you got to get out of your head, outside yourself.
I never missed a meeting.
I'm not talking about the meetings. I'm talking about where you go after the meetings. Talking about what you feel. Not even as a low-bottom dope fiend, that was never the problem. It'd be a shame to make it the problem now.
Wow, he's challenging him.
Yeah, but nobody from the SA's office objected, did they? Just like nobody objected when Chris and Snoop got their gun charters postponed a couple of times.
A postponement or two is pro forma on Calvert Street. You know that.
Pro forma, from the Latin, meaning lawyers. each other off.
Rules are the rules, Jimmy.
There are no rules.
Right.
Gentlemen.
Why the you on Ronnie's arm, huh? She ain't the problem.
It's not the first time he chewed her out for something that is clearly a system-wide issue, not just her issue. Way back in season 1.
There you go. Giving a f***, it ain't your turn to give a
Call back.
Today.
I'm worried for the boy.
I've been worried for him. The tires. Stupid. Who's that helping?
Gotta run on it. I sure as hell can't campaign on the crime rate at this point.
Burrell already told us we don't have a double-digit decline. A small drop, most likely.
Until we take back the State House, this city will starve.
Jesus Christ. Is there any facet of society that corruption is not siphoning life out of? Like education, medical, politics, everything. Shit, even the drug game. Even the drug game, corruption is in there heavy. Like literally nothing.
I'll see what's on the mind of the PG County boys tonight. I got dinner with Stanley Miller and Maloney down in Upper Marlboro, which reminds me...
You're late to meet Jen.
Take all the money out of politics, man. All of it. On both sides, all of it.
School project meeting. Mr. Whiting bills his poetry.
Are we gonna see Bunny this season? A Namond?
So homicide can't shop cars neither.
I'm down to 2 working units. One was at the morgue with Faltech, the other was on a fresh call.
Not seen in 2 days, so the neighbor called. No forced entry.
You the first officer?
I had to kick in the back door.
You called for crime lab?
We're on the list.
Today's list? Those mornings with a hangover, I hold the pillow over my face. Just to keep the light out and the pain down.
And me, I just throw up once or twice and go to work.
The Western District way.
It's like you're up on the corner of a roof and you're showing some people how a couple of shingles came loose. And meanwhile, a hurricane wrecked the rest of the damn house.
You don't need a lot of context to examine what goes on in one classroom.
Oh, really? I think you need a lot of context to seriously examine anything.
Mm-hmm.
I think Scott is on the right track.
The
down in details.
To do what? To address the problem or to win a prize? I mean, what are we doing here?
Look, Gus, I know the problems.
Materials or a dysfunctional bureaucracy.
But who's going to read that?
Thank you.
I think the schools are ripe for exploration, and I think Scott might be the man to lead the charge.
Look at that. Just look at that. Lester, man.
Trina, wait for me. I'm gonna come back out. Stay right here.
Damn.
Put your special touch on it, like you did with your breaking space last year.
Good luck to you.
Thanks.
All right.
Interesting. Who you waiting on, Lester? Is that Gus? Yeah.
Yeah, is the nightmare still on the copy desk?
Andy, can I get Port back?
Yeah, sure.
We got time on the final. Go ahead.
Yeah, somewhere down in the A matter. 12-point decrease and a 6.4 bump in the Roro.
Roro.
Shit. Thanks, Jay.
I think that's just a quick scene to show us how diligent he is, you know?
So Infante's about to lose his mind if he can't talk this thing out of becoming a murder. Either that or charge the paramedic. Hey, you going across the street for breakfast?
Who's he seeing? Don't tell me. Who's he seeing? I thought it would be someone else, if you catch my drift.
It's him!
Hey! Mr. Barksdale. Because the only time they met was in the finale, right? When Marlo came to his court sentencing. Nice. Nice. Good one, show. Good one. It's good to see him again, man. For real.
Surprise. My man Sergey thought we should talk first.
Here, I'm what you might consider an authority figure. So then he asked me if I knew Marlo. I tell him, hell yeah, I know Marlo real well. You trying to get to the Russian so you can get a line to his people. You trying to get to the Greek motherfuckers position join all them other East Side.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you a natural businessman, right? And all the fuss about you coming at me. I got nothing but love in my heart for West Side. Nothing but love. Of course, I got to have my taste too.
The game is a game.
Always.
We got one scene of Avon. I hope we get more, but that was a dope cameo. I guess we can call it cameo now because he's basically at the show. Yeah. Send his sister 100. Please don't let Weebay's don't let Weebay's wifey get a dime from that 100. She need to go get a job, man. She need to go get a job. That's nice though. That's nice of him. Cause yeah, she was saying the money's dried up. Like they're not on top anymore. So that's dope of him to send her that.
You know, a few good bugs, a couple of small surveillance cameras, some man hours, 2 weeks. Then we go elsewhere.
Where? Is this a food bank?
51, 52, 53.
Don't grab stuff off my plate. Mommy's gonna whip you.
Do you need some help here? Because we don't do that here. In our house, there's no hitting anyone, especially children.
They're children, I swear.
Think you're funny, huh? Think I still don't All right, I get the point. Both already.
Couple more years of this, you'll be ready for a radio car.
Well, we got nothing back from any lab work, and so no witnesses, nothing to make a murder prosecution, so we settled in.
Gotcha.
Sat on him for about a year.
I'll run it up the flagpole. I'm gonna drive away now.
It's a hell of a case, really.
God knows they could use the help.
It's him from Corchetti's meeting.
And it's your people up in my shit. Not no feds, not no state people.
My guy.
From my own city.
My hands are tied here, Clayton. It's a new mayor, a new state's attorney.
I'm out there doing the Lord's work for you, Who got that pay raise through the council?
This is a grand jury investigation, for God's sake. We could both be charged with a obstruction of justice.
You should.
I've been there for you, carry water for you, and you do me like this.
Clay.
You think I'm going down, don't you? You think I'm done. I'm gonna hold on to this moment. Yeah.
He sound like he about to start crying.
Clay crying to you?
Lester, I'm still trying to figure out what the problem is, but for right now, you forget about shopping this case anywhere. DEA, ATF, Customs, you guys are shut out across the board.
Yeah, that look he had on his face.
The shadow of the mighty brick-faced coliseum known as Oriole Park, listening to the cheers from the crowd which told the whole tale.
Oh, he's because we saw the clips of him at the stadium. He was only talking to people who weren't interested or giving anything on what he's trying to get. So he made up this story, this bullshit story. At least that's what I think is going on.
Just finished your story. Good read. I'm putting it out front. I think you really captured the disparity of the two worlds in the city in a highly readable narrative. I wouldn't change a word.
Shut the up, man.
But the boy's reluctance to give his last name clearly stems from his fear of being discovered as a truant. You have a problem with it?
Yeah, a little bit, kind of, yeah.
Isn't it the same homeboy who wanted to just run a very a not like nuanced or detailed take on the school? Yeah, he does not care about what's actually going on. He just needs like optics. Is that what they call it? But yeah, Gus is saying like things are done a certain way for credibility and all that, but what he's reading in there is done a fairy tale that paints a particular picture that's not necessarily true, but that's what boss man wants.
Man made a call. You good to go?
Corruption everywhere.
The nigga left the shop right there. Drop where you can.
Yeah. Let's go all West Coast with this.
This is the real world. Missed every shot.
West Coast and be more, we aim to hit a.
Did you edit this opening day piece?
Whiting himself blessed it as written.
Bother you that we don't have the boy's full name?
Oh yeah.
Huh.
Hey, don't give me that, huh? Whiting wasn't buying any problem I had.
No art of the kid.
None.
It's a BS story.
You don't ever want to be the last man to a party, you feel me? That's why I show up to a job an hour before, sometimes two.
Why we doing Junebug anyway? Heard you call Marlo a up, talk shit like that. If Marlo knows he ain't then what he care what Junebug say? What anybody say?
Right.
Why this boy gotta get dead just for talking shit? Cause he got a big mouth, that's why. And you need to stop running your own mouth, youngin'.
Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Body come busting out the back. You drop that shit.
Isn't it so interesting that in whatever organization or any group or anything that has like some strict rules to follow, always try to like discourage doubts or like discourage like asking some questions? Because yeah, like a lot of the nonsense don't hold up to any proper scrutiny at all. You know, he's asking legit questions like, what does it matter if the person know he didn't do it and da-da-da? And all Snoop could say, cause he got a big mouth. Maybe if y'all didn't freaking drop people for freaking coughing wrong, y'all wouldn't have had 22 people in vacants. Maybe it would be down to 4 or 5. And it wouldn't have gotten this bad for y'all, but no. Anybody cough different, you drop them. And you can tell Michael there got some common sense. Like, hey, like, just gonna kill someone just for saying something? Stupid. Yeah, she likes this shit way too much. Always with the power tools, man. Put in the lights. Oh, Michael. It's a kid, Michael. Yeah, let him go. Jesus. You got a brother that same age.
So, boy, that rich uncle been putting all that money in your canteen account.
In my country, this is not prison. This is nothing. I don't need money.
He thinks you might be able to help get a message to the Greeks. The Vandas. The Vandas might be happy to have it.
Right.
But if you do, it's you that made it happen.
Right. Look at them.
Back door was open. Can't tell if he ran through and out the rear.
The little boy. He came back? Oh, there's another one.
How? He must have been in that closet the whole time. No one heard shit.
God.
He fell out. Last bottle of smoke probably did him in. Another drunk found him, pulled me off post. 10-7 when I arrived.
Call for a crime lab?
The wait's 2 to 3 hours.
Shit gets worse every day. Jimmy.
What you thinking?
You okay? Bring the paper in, will you?
What's going on, Jimmy?
A little early for that, ain't it? you doing?
Jimmy?
Jimmy.
Okay, this is too far, man.
You lost your mind? Okay. Oh, Jesus Christ, you sick.
Okay, this is crossing a line. And this is something he learned earlier from the episode, right? Even after the body is lifeless, forensic won't be able to tell if it's the reason of death, if it was before or after. Yeah, he learned that from earlier this episode. I'm sure he's doing this to connect it to the murders, to let them know they're still needed. But yo, this poor guy is dead, man. You're doing this to his body for... Bunk is just watching him like, yo.
There's a serial killer in Baltimore. He preys on the weakest among us. He needs to be caught. I'm gone.
Yeah.
I don't want a part of this.
You crossed the line, man. What the hell, Jimmy? The sign of the cross you did before you strangled him. What the is that gonna do? It's so interesting how this episode or this season is showing Lester being a lot more like how Jimmy is. Like going outside, everything and command to try work a good case. Like they went to the FBI. He stalked Omar by himself. He stalked Marlo by himself. That was tight. Everything with Bubbles this episode, I'm so proud of him, man. Looking for a way to like step up. Everything going on with the newspaper, man. Corruption everywhere, man. Corruption everywhere. People having an agenda, wanting to paint something in a different light that is not. It's sickening, man. It's sickening. Clay Davis had a mini crash out. Absolutely loved seeing that. What else happened in this episode? Yeah, super proud of Bubs, man. Them not being able to go through the FBI because that was the guy Corchetti was talking to last episode concerning bringing in Clay Davis. Of course, he rejected their proposal. Jimmy, man, I thought Jimmy put his whole life together, man. You had a beautiful woman, you had like 2 more kids. Like this work is really toxic for him. Like this work is horrible for him. I feel like he gives too much into it, don't get a lot back, and just goes back into his old bad habits. And I mean, she has been a cop, she has worked it, so like there's no way she doesn't know. I mean, she knew how Jimmy came onto her as well, like, and it's one of those things where his co-workers, they're like just minding their business, I guess. Maybe it's not their place to say, but they also know her as well, like they worked with her. Michael. Yeah, I feel they're gonna take Michael out because Michael's already speaking to power. I mean, there was no way Michael was gonna drop that kid. Hell no. And that's gonna come back to bite him. I just know that, him asking the question, and I know there's gonna be more he'll be required to do that he just wouldn't. And where would that take his story? Yeah, Jimmy with a body. But yeah, season 2 already looking good, man. Season 2 already looking. Season 5. I told y'all I needed a nap. Season 5 already looking solid, man. Let's continue to enjoy as we make our way down to the end of season 5. Thank you all for watching. Take care.